half-hour on EA Sports. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on 10 between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Fielded at the 20. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 24. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 32-yard line. On the counter, here's Gordon. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The Broncos at 5-4 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. A nice run there. He calls his own number, gets the first down, and then slides to a stop before he has to take any contact.
And that absolutely has to please this coaching staff because you know they've been drilling into his head. You're no good to us on the sidelines if you're not playing, right? If you have to be over here full-time with us, that doesn't work so well. We need you on the field, so sliding like that, they'll take.
Williams loses the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. 4th down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal. The kick by McManus is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-0. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope. The good things are in store here today for them.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jayon Brown. A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw's a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10, and he stopped immediately there. It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Called fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Carr to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos will take over here just shy of the 30.
Partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Wilson. This pass caught by Hamler. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 17-yard line. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now it's Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Gordon is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. The handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw his Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
They go play action now. Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Now a toss coming wide side. This is Gordon. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Leland Furl, that got in there to bring him down. Way back at the 17 now after the loss. It's 3rd and goal. Play action. It's Wilson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
And they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Shotgun now for Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Down to about the 22 here. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 22, Carr being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Carr. Rolling to his right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was, or whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. Albert Okwuegbunam, the intended target. And with just 4 seconds left in this 1st half, a timeout call. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. And he's going to be out of bounds but not before he takes it inside the 40. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson over the middle. It's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 37-yard line. They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open.
They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Looking deep for Adams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
Jacobs going to try the middle, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. Now, I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying, we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. First target, first catch, and a first down. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 86 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On second down and 4. Wilson. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he will have a Broncos first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. Now Wilson. Throw right side is going to be caught by Jeudy. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. That last pass might be one he remembers, Charles. He's now over 40,000 career passing yards.
And just think of the evolution of the passing game in the NFL. 40,000 at one time was unthinkable. No one thought anyone would ever get there. Now, how many guys have done it in the NFL?
Yeah, right around 20.
So we're talking a good number that have gotten that done, throwing the ball downfield. He's got a lot to be proud of and a lot more left to accomplish.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw to Gordon out left. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Boy, just as they thought they were going to add to their lead, the rug gets pulled from right underneath them on that pick. And now after that big return, might be the other sideline grabbing the lead.
Yeah, very well could be. This is where you count on your defense to go out and make, I'm not going to call it a miraculous stop, but make it very difficult for them to get the ball in the end zone.
Caught out right by Renfro. And the Raiders are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
2nd down and goal. Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. Touchdown. Josh Jacobs. hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
From the 27, Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down, they've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Play action. Now Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
14.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that extends their advantage to 6 at 16-10. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Carr going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Calling a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA and power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000 is a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
The tackle made there by Linval Joseph. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23.
That's good for a Denver Broncos. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here's Wilson. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Wilson sets up the screen to Gordon. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Only 3 there on the screen at second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Melvin Gordon with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Wilson going to throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during his...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Justin Simmons. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows...
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam now. From 19 yards away. And the Broncos have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. McManus's point after is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. On play action. Now Carr steps away. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On second down, Jacobs. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Here's Carr to throw. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Hunter Renfrow, 39 yards. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Raiders 17.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So a turnover there on the kickoff. And don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Carlson on for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Broncos 31, Raiders 24.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Now Gordon on first down. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down. So this one will wind up a Denver victory.
Well, Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
So for Denver, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle.